In the middle of the Arabian Desert, surrounded by endless dunes, explorers kept hearing the same legend for more than 1,000 years. A city made of white stone, a city so wealthy it was called Atlantis of the Sands. And then, it vanished. According to ancient Arabic texts catalogued on Wikipedia, this place was known as Ubar, a thriving trade hub on the incense routes. But for centuries, no one could prove it existed. So how does a city disappear that completely? Today, we open a chapter buried under sand and myth. Stay with me, because halfway in, there's a twist that will make you rethink the entire mystery. The earliest descriptions of Ubar show up in the writings of early Islamic geographers like Al-Hamdani. Smithsonian Magazine notes that these accounts describe Ubar as a fortified city where merchants traded frankincense, the white gold of the ancient world. But there was one problem. Every scholar trying to locate Ubar failed. Maps didn't match stories, stories didn't match geography, and the desert kept swallowing any trace of human settlement. Over time, Ubar became less history and more legend, until technology changed everything. In the late 1980s, a group of archaeologists teamed up with NASA scientists. They used satellite radar imaging, the same technology used to map Mars, to scan beneath the desert surface. According to a 1992 New York Times report, NASA discovered long, faint lines across the sand, buried caravan routes carved by centuries of travelers. Those routes all converged on a single point, a location in the Rub al-Khali, the empty quarter, one of the harshest deserts on Earth. When archaeologists reached the site, they found something astonishing: collapsed limestone structures, ancient pottery, and fragments of walls that matched descriptions of Ubar's fortress. It was the closest anyone had ever come to proving the city was real. This is the point where the story turns, and you might want to replay it. Because when scientists analyzed the site more closely, they realized something unexpected. Ubar wasn't a city. It was a fortified oasis built above a massive limestone cavern. According to National Geographic, the entire settlement collapsed when the cavern roof caved in, swallowing buildings, towers, and trade routes into the earth. Think about that. The Atlantis of the Sands didn't fade slowly. It literally fell into the ground. If you missed that, go back 20 seconds. It changes the whole legend. Once the oasis collapsed, trade routes shifted. Caravans could no longer stop there, and within decades, the desert erased the scars of the disaster. History.com notes that the loss of Ubar severely disrupted incense trade networks, forcing merchants to find safer paths. Without travelers, the oasis dried. Without water, the region emptied, and the desert covered everything in sand. For 1,500 years, nobody knew it had ever existed, which raises a question. If a major city today, London, Dubai, New York, suddenly collapsed underground, do you think people 1,000 years from now would still know it existed? Tell me in the comments. Yes, or probably not. Archaeologists agree that Ubar was real, but the debate hasn't ended. Was it truly the legendary city referenced in ancient poetry? Did multiple settlements carry the same name? Or did stories of Ubar merge over centuries into one myth? Satellite scans from later missions, documented by NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, suggest more ruins may be buried nearby, still untouched, still hidden. The desert keeps its secrets well, and Ubar may be just the beginning. Every time we uncover a forgotten settlement like this, it reminds us how fragile human history really is. Cities rise, disappear, and then wait patiently for someone curious enough to look for them again. If mysteries like this fascinate you, forgotten cities, hidden events, lost civilizations, then stay with this series. Not to boost numbers, but to become part of a community that digs deeper, asks better questions, and keeps these stories alive. More hidden chapters are coming, and the next one leads to an even stranger disappearance.